Well, let's have the conversation. Make sure that, as always, you go with the hashtag on all our platforms, TV3 Ghana. Go search for us. We're talking about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. As you do that, always add a hashtag TV3 New Day. Well, before I introduce the guests, let me just run this through you. And it's just a soft live promo 2022. And it's for a booking from now to the 15th of December 2022. You know that Christmas is coming. Times are hard, but this is the coolest you can ever have by way of this promo from Maha Beach Resorts. Because all they are telling you is for you to stay for one night and get the second night for free in the standard room with free airport pickups on weekends. And all you need to do is just pay $4,200 for 2 persons, $2,750 for a person. And the packages will include meals. That'll be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Free airport pickup service from Friday to Sunday. As you all know, terms and conditions will always apply. But what also applies is a 10% discount on spa services, free upgrade from standard room to standard sea view rooms from Monday to Thursday. Again, subject to availability, as you also catch a movie, whether in the day or at night, at their Pleasant Cinema. Enjoy the swimming pool there as well. You can go to the gym. There are snooker boards in the snooker room, and then also a volleyball pitch for you to play some great balls. Upgrade of room available on request at a fee, and terms and conditions apply. Just in case you want to get in touch with them, you can quickly do that. We have 050-157-0684 or 030-3977-773 for more details and reservation. You can also email them. We have sm@maharesorts.com/reservations. Kamaldeen Abdullahi, he's a strong member of the MPP, speaks for the government communication team. He's also a well-known member of the Nanton constituency, contested the last time on behalf of the party as well. I'm sure that he will be interested in the next one as well. He's in the studio. We also do have Fred Agbenyo. Fred Agbenyo had held a national officer or executive position for the NDC the last time around, not contesting this time, but very much strongly interested in a newly reconstituted SAL constituencies. That's Santro Kofi, Akpafulolo Bilikpe, if it's ever constituted. So the man is just good morning to all of you.
Good morning, my brother.
Great. Let me just take you through at least 3 of the newspapers. We have most ones. We have the Ghanaian Times, has on the front page. Ghana targets $15 billion for action plan for emission reduction, adoption of impact. Up there, we do have Kumasi getting €2.5 million EU grant for waste management service. Stop illegal miners to protect lives. According to the University of Ghana Galamsey research team, Abesim killer to undergo psychiatric test on the back page. It's about that expansion of the story. And then also we do have on the front page of the Daily Graphic, strengthening regional integration, enforce judgment of African courts. Sophia Kufu urges member states of the African Union. And then 100 world leaders to attend, the next climate change conference, COP27. And then it's all about the World Cup. So just some few days to the World Cup and you can have all the things that you need to know. But look, let me tell you about what's on the front page of the Business and Financial Times. Affordable fuel starts with a revived tour. It's a conversation as part of the many conversations on fuel, the high cost of it, what the government is making by its own efforts, and what's being speculated that we have a team sent to the Emiratis to make sure that we're able to secure a deal, even though those who work in the industry say that it will be a bit difficult. But there's something that just caught my attention. I'd just like to play that inset. It's from the Ministry of Agric. And we're playing this because just about a week or 2 ago, we were in the market, Agbogloshi, Makola, Malamata, any markets that a couple of the markets just close to us. And the prices of basic foodstuff were just rising. Not those imported or local, but even onions were importing from Nigeria, etc. But it looks like the agric minister had a solution. So I just wanted us to spend some 5 minutes and look at this. Let's have this inset. He has a nice plan. But we'll come back to the studio and see whether his plan is workable or is just out of desperation.
What I want to do, this interministerial committee has been discussing with women traders in the markets in Makola, in Kumasi, Kejetia, and all of that. And the Minister of Transport is supposed to be arranging with the transporters for transport to come into these areas to pick food into specific areas. But from this discussion, the ministry itself is also going to take our own initiative. We are going to link up with Mr. Fojo, with the farm gate, and the Dr. Ansai is here, who is the acting director of crops, will lead our team so that you make all the arrangements to ensure that we put up kiosks on our compound at the ministry, specifically for food from here. And we're going to give it a lot of publicity so that everybody knows that this region is providing food for the people in Accra.
I don't know. Come on. Yeah. You communicate for government. The government of our own president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. How did we get here that we are going to we want to start markets at ministries?
Well, very good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Kamaldeen Abdullahi.
Let me say good morning also to my brother. But certain times, I think it all boils down to communication. However...
You mean the minister was not communicating?
No,
right?
He was communicating, but I'm saying that it boils down to communication as well. When I say it boils down to communication, maybe we would have to preempt, or if you like, be proactive with some of these arrangements that they have made.
What do you make of what he's saying?
Of course, I'm addressing that.
You are delaying. I'm not just delaying. Be direct.
I'm not delaying. I'm not delaying. I'm saying that the plan in itself is not out of place. Why? Why do I say it's not out of place? It's not out of place because clearly there's a value chain. There's a supply chain. And if you know so much the agric ministry and how it works, we have an entity called Buffer Stock. It's an agency which is under the Ministry of Agriculture.
It's been so far ineffective.
Absolutely. Well, that is your take. But I do know that Hanan is the CEO there. The little I know about it is that, yes, they have been buying grains and, of course, selling to schools and supplying to schools, as it were, and then taking money. Now, they supply. Buffer Stock is supposed to, if you like, buy from the farm gates, okay, store, okay, have food reserved for us, and then, of course, when the need be, they sell it out. So the agric ministry, clearly, if you look at the structure, has room for such, commercialization of product coming from farmers and all that. Now, what the minister seeks to say, in my view, even though I'm saying that it boils down to communication, because communication has to do with, first and foremost, what have you communicated? What is the plan in place before even coming to give this particular, comments?
You think the plan he has is if it is feasible?
No, it's very feasible.
We have Agbogloshi, we have the one at Ajinkotoku. Then you are now coming
I just told you that we are an agric-based nation. The last time I checked, for instance, if you go up north, we are dealing with over 90% of our populace actually being involved in farming. Now, what then happens is that we have a free market economy, all right. However, government also, in the wisdom of the structure of agriculture, says that, look, let us have a buffer stock where we have maybe bumper harvest and the farmers are unable to get market for their products. Then, of course, government through the buffer stock will buy this for storage. Then, of course, sell later. So I'm saying that it's not out of place for Ministry of Agriculture to buy products from farm gates. Because there's a structure already.
He says
now, what he's then saying, what he's saying now is that he was speaking to a particular entity in the Western North, wherever he is, okay? And then speaking to particular sector or group of farmers. I don't know what actually they are involved in, whether it is supposed to be perishable or whatever. But that's important.
It's
now, speaking to a particular, now what he's saying is that, look, let's showcase what you are doing here. Let's showcase. If you listen to his comment very well, you can have your interpretation, whatever. But I also listen to him. Let's do good.
All the interpretation I have is that he says they are going to buy the foodstuff or they will cut it to the ministries.
He's saying that they will link up with the transport ministry to see if transport could actually be provided there. Then they cut or buy this and create kiosks, as if you like, at the ministry. And then when they create those kiosks, it is to sell or showcase what these particular farmers are actually producing there. Now, for example, if you are in Accra, and maybe you know that at the Ministry of Agriculture, there's a stance. Maybe, for example, sale of pineapples or whatever it is, coming from Sehuyoso or coming from a village somewhere in the Western North, okay, that the Minister of Agric has actually made efforts to ensure that these farmers are promoted through some kind of shops that they have at the Minister of Agric. Maybe it's the way it is put, but I'm just trying to say, essentially, it is not out of place for Minister of Agriculture to also have a commercial aspect of it because they already have it for grains. Maybe if it has to do it. No, it doesn't. It's not out of place at all.
Fred, what do you make of this? We just want to spend some few minutes on this, not to just keep a lot of time on this before we get to the substantive issues. You see, Kamal is even laughing. He knows that this policy direction is the wrong policy direction.
Walker, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Roland, don't speak for me.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here this morning.
We're friends, so sorry.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here this morning. Let me say good morning to the people of SAR, Sandra Kofi Akpafo, Lobi and Lekpe. We have become a republic to ourselves. We are not part of Ghana. Courtesy Electoral Commission and the President Nana Akufo-Addo. I watched my brother with a lot of sadness, and I know he didn't believe in what he was saying.
What do you mean? Is the minister you have to address?
I know, but my brother, it's not everything you must defend. The thing doesn't sit well with you. I know him. Just say it in plain words. Do you have to defend that at all costs? Because your minister said it. You see, how can we really entrust the destiny of this great country in the hands of people like this agric minister? A whole national policy. They put cameras in front of you. You are seeing farmers. You announce a policy.
But you don't like the policy. We're going to have a ministry where there will be. You can come there and make orders, buy foodstuff from ministries.
It tells you the type of governance they are giving to us, where people don't think through anything. Nothing is research informed. They just slumber, wake up, and then they put something out. Or maybe they after lunch, they might have took something before lunch. No, but please.
The minister is a PhD holder.
It doesn't matter.
He's a development and agric economist.
Is that a demonstration of PhD? PhD holders, at least what people do, who have studied, who have gone to PhD level, they do research. And so whatever policy they announce, that policy is underpinned by a research they have done. If a minister goes to meet the people and say that we are doing something in consultation with the Ministry of Transport to provide vehicles to cut food from the villages to the cities, good deal. But now he says his ministry is going to take an initiative. They are now going to buy the foodstuffs, carry it to the Ministry of Agriculture in Accra, put some kiosk there, and turn the place to a market. How does it sit well with anybody? You didn't listen to him, you see. Did you hear him mention kiosk?
I did.
Or you didn't hear it?
He
said
they are
going to erect kiosks there at the ministry. And go and store the... What is he saying? Are we joking? Are we serious?
How feasible is that? Because you visit...
It's unthinkable. It's not feasible.
But it's a farming community, so
yes, that is not what the people are looking for. You see, there's this impression we all keep on creating that, if you go to the villages, food stamps are very cheap, and the market women that are making it so expensive in Accra and what have you. We are not looking at the effect that farmers are having as a result of the low price we are paying to them. Somebody takes 2 good years to plant a plantain, take care of the plantain, plantain matures, and then you go to buy a bunch of plantain for 10 Ghana cedis, and you're happy your food is cheap. You go to buy a tuber of yam for 1 cedi, and you think that would encourage a young man like me to want to go into agriculture. And so for you, the solution is that let's go and buy it cheap from the poor farmer and keep him at that state. Bring it to the Ministry of Agriculture and turn the ministry to the market so that Ghanaians can go and buy. So if you live in Kumasi and you want to buy, you drive to Accra and go to the ministry.
It's for you to source in bulk.
Please, Ghana, we can't reinvent the wheel. Those days, we used to have a company we call, what's the name? This company that was buying and supplying company and that, or Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and all that. The food distribution company. If the minister is saying that we have excess food during the bumper harvest, we want to mob it up. Okay, buffer stock is keeping grains, which I have a problem with. That it is easy for the poor farmer to even preserve grains. The most important thing is the perishables. What do we have in place? So we are bringing maybe food distribution, the company that will go in there, go and buy, they keep, we do a research, they supply to marketers and when it's needed. These are the things I want to hear the minister talk about. These are policy issues.
not this.
But to tell us that you are going to...
Now let's get on to the full line. Come on, relax. Foodstuff are expensive on the market. So let's do the discussion dispassionately because people are watching us and they know what the cost of foodstuff are. Dr. Charles Nyaba, he is with the Peasant Farmers Association. Dr. Charles Nyaba, good morning to you.
Good morning, Roland.
The minister says something just the last 48 hours. He says that as part of the efforts to make sure that food is brought directly to the bigger centers, we're going to have a situation where even at the ministries, we could have some point of sales where people can come. The minister said kiosk, but where people can come and make big food orders. Why is it that you, as farmers, are making food expensive on the market? Dr. Charles Nyaba.
Good morning, Roland, and good morning to the other panelists. You see, Roland, I understand the minister's frustrations as a minister of food and agriculture.
I don't understand you. Are you saying the minister is frustrated? He's the minister of agriculture. How can he be frustrated?
Yeah, because you see, some of these statements, when people listen, it creates some kind of impression about what the minister himself is going through. Okay? This is not the first time a statement like that has been made and nothing happened. In the first place, I don't think the minister means what he's saying. Because what he's saying is practically impossible.
Why not?
If he say yeah, because let me tell you, the agri value chain acts this way. We have producers, we have middlemen or traders who also play a role by distributing food from farm gates to the various market centers. Their role is very critical that it is not possible for Minister of Food and Agric to take that role. The role of Minister of Food and Agric is policy, monitoring and evaluation. Okay? So, for instance, if the minister is now sending a team to go to CPU or so or wherever, when they go, are they going to be entering house by house to ask farmers to bring those commodities out? Is it the case that commodities are actually cheaper in those rural areas, but it is the middlemen who are doubling the price when it comes to Accra? It is not the case.
What is the case?
Yes, I have just returned from a monitoring through the middle belt, Bravo, Techiman, Nkranza, Tamale, Gushegu, Chirpone. I went to Upper East, Tumu, Dapiama, all those areas. This is supposed to be the bumper season for harvesting of maize. You go there and 100 kilo of maize, it's still going for 320 and 300 Ghana cedis. You go to Techiman market and then 130 kilo of maize is going for 400 Ghana cedis. You go to Yaba, Pumbisi area, and rice, the size 5 bag of rice that in last 2 years we used to sell it 250, and even with that, if you buy two, that's one free. You heard about buy two get one free. Today, the same bag is going for 520.
Why? Why is that?
Rice, paddy rice, at the farm gate. It's going for 520, and the people are not even getting it to buy. So for the minister to create impression as if the food is so cheap at the farm gate, except that when it gets to Accra, that the price, I don't agree with you.
Dr. Charles Nyaba, why is it that the food is expensive on the market? The last week I was in Agbogbloshi. You people, you are profiteering from the state of the economy. At least that's what we're told from the ministers, etc.
Yeah, Roland, if you say that you are not fair to the farmer, okay, look at the cost of production for 2022 compared to previous years.
Oh, but we have plenty for food and jobs, Dr. Charles Nyaba.
Oh, no, it's not like we all know that 2022 there was nothing like planting for food and jobs. You see, let me give you the case. In 2022, even with the planting for food and job fertilizer you are talking about, we were buying 25 kilos for 53 Ghana cedis in 2021. In 2022, we bought the same to 460 Ghana cedis. And most companies were not even working with it. Government sold their just limited quantity. The open market fertilizer is going for 400 Ghana cedis. If you take agrochemicals, those that we use to control the weeds, that were buying 25 Ghana cedis in 2021, it went for 55 to 60 Ghana cedis. Plowing was around 120 in 2021. It went to 250 and 300. So it will be unfair for anybody to think that the farmer will incur this cost and then he will be able to sell it at a price that will be cheaper.
All right.
Now, but what we need to also understand, there's one thing we need to understand. It is not just the local produce. But even what we imported or we bought from the neighboring countries, the prices are equally higher. And the farmer acts as a producer at the same time, a consumer. So if the farmer sells his commodity, he expects to also be able to buy other commodities.
All right, Dr. Nyaba. Dr. Nyaba,
Yes, sir.
we're being told that by December the prices will come down. Please tell us, just in one sentence, are we going to see prices rising for foodstuff or increasing or reducing?
Roland, depending on the commodity, prices are never coming down. Just like any other commodity in the market, food prices will not come down.
Hey!
Yes.
For December?
That's why I said depending on the commodity. This is the bumper season for harvesting of yam, harvesting of rice, harvesting of maize. And these are the major staple foods that we all eat. Go to the communities and see the prices that farmers are selling. So it's going to be extremely difficult and impossible for prices to come down. So I think the option the minister is taking, I don't think is the best option for him. Even though I sympathize with him that as a minister of food and agriculture, and with all the promises that are made, you want to create impression to consumers that your policies are yielding results. But I don't think this is the best option that we should consider.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, how would you rate the state of agriculture currently?
You see, Roland, it is difficult.
No, straight answer. Dr. Nyaba, straight answer. You have a PhD. Please direct so that I go back.
I don't think I want to go that tangent.
You are afraid. You are afraid. You are afraid. Dr. Charles Nyaba, I understand you. Dr. Charles Nyaba is with the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana. And please.
Roland, respectfully.
No more comment. No more comment.
Please,
We now have. Dr. Charles Nyaba has given us a solution.
No, I disagree.
No.
He has. No. Please, Roland.
He says that's the Ministry of Agric.
He's not the only person in Ghana. Come on.
Supervised by the minister.
Last week.
Is supervising a situation where prices
Roland, let me
of
also make this point.
goods will go up.
Let me make this point. It's very important. The conversation is meant for Ghanaians to actually consume.
But the man is in the value chain. You are saying.
I'm not saying he's not in the value chain. And I'm saying me, Kamal Dean, Nasia, at the toll booth, bought a bag of locally made rice, or I should say,
local rice.
Grown rice. At 220 Ghana cedis. That's processed. Paddy rice, as we speak right now, the full bag, the maxi bag, as we speak, is 260 Ghana cedis up north. That's why he says, depending on the community you go to. I'm surprised he says that it's 570 for paddy rice. That's not true. That can never be true. I'm saying, and I'm saying it for I saw it.
You are saying Dr. Chasaba is lying.
I sit here. I am saying, please, I'm not saying he's lying.
Fred.
Listen to his language.
Come on, don't be fighting me. I'm hosting.
I'm not fighting you.
Please,
I'm not fighting you.
You are not known for that. Please relax.
I know. But
you are saying that Dr. Chasaba is lying.
I'm not. Listen to me. I said that I am happy he chose his words well. That depending on the community you go to buy the paddy rice. And I'm saying that right now, as we speak, the harvest season, go up north, specifically communities that we go to, some paddy rice, the maxi bag, before processing, you get about 260, 270.
You bought local
rice?
Yes,
and that's what I use. I tell you that.
Dr. Chasaba,
and I bought local rice at Nasia, and I just told you where. It is 220 a bag, 25 kg.
Doctor,
so
are you on the line?
Sometimes it depends on the community. I don't know which community you got the 5 or something from.
Mr. Kamal Dean says in some of your comments you lied. In some of them you it was true.
Let me make a distinction.
Okay,
I didn't say
please
rephrase.
rephrase.
I'm saying that he himself said. Dr. Yaba said that.
Can I have a minute?
Yaba, Dr. Yaba, please. I want to correct this before you come in. What I'm saying is I didn't say he lied. I'm saying that I am happy he indicated during his speech that it depends on the community you go to buy. And I am just making reference to Nasia, which maybe I believe in Yaba knows very well. Nasia is a place where you can get locally grown rice, and that's where, as we speak, a bag of it, 25 kg, is 220 Ghana cedis, which I bought personally, not somebody. And I'm saying paddy rice as now, the farmers, they sell at 270. That's a fact.
Dr. Kamal Dean, relax.
That's a fact.
Dr. Kamal Dean, no, but the way you are talking, that's Dr.
Doctor. No, it's okay, it's okay.
Dr. Charles Nyaba.
Yeah, let me just make these corrections.
Yeah.
I said size 5 bag of paddy rice in Yaba from BC is going for 500, 520. If you take 100 kg of paddy rice that he's talking about, around the Dalong, Nasia, Kumbungu area, is going for 260.
That's what I say. That's what I'm saying.
Okay?
Yeah, but he said 500. We all buy 500. Then you are buying small pieces.
500.
Okay, so Dr. Chasnaba, you are right. You are right.
Oh, no.
You are right. Thank you, Dr. Chasnaba.
He's corroborated my point.
You post
corroborated my point.
I don't know that.
I don't know
I don't know
that.
that.